Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDOWorkHereLady. We've got 3 great stories today. I hope you like it, so let's get started. I guess I do work here now. I just ran across this sub and figured I'd share a story from a few years back. Back in the day, I was in the Army. I had a previous background in IT, and although that wasn't my job anymore, my unit would regularly have me be the point of contact for our IT problems. We arrived at a training exercise a few days early to get everyone cleared and all of our equipment set up. Part of that was getting an operations room set up with both secure and unsecured data lines for simulating communications to vehicles. After figuring out how we wanted everything laid out, I jotted down the port numbers we needed activated. Everything was turned off when we arrived, and we went over to the IT area for the training center, only to find it a complete madhouse. A very temporary desk had been set up to try and control requests, but it was just a mass of papers and several very clearly overworked enlisted IT workers. My request wasn't super time sensitive. Most of our laptops were still boxed up while we moved equipment around, so I hunted through the various piles of forms that were slowly melding together until I found a request for turning on ports, filled it out, and waited my turn. When I got up to the desk, I presented my request and then verbally confirmed that Unit A needs the following ports: XYZ made hot for SIPR, secret ports, ABC for NIPR, non-secret. NCOIC, person in charge. Well, do you know how to do that? Me. Well, yes. I don't know where your networking closet is, though. NCOIC. Through there. Talk to warrant officer so-and-so. I hadn't seen anyone else allowed past him, but it looked like he needed to stay on the desk, so I wandered back to the IT area to pass on my request. The WO takes my request, tells me to hang around up front, and he'll let me know when the ports go hot. As I'm walking back to the front desk sergeant is dealing with the colonel, just below general in ranks for non-military folk, and grabs me. NCOIC. Do you know how to install secure certificates? Me. Having seen it done earlier. I saw someone do it earlier. NCOIC. Good enough. Go configure his laptop. Me. That would be tricky since I don't have an admin login. NCOIC. Swearing lightly under his breath. Here, we'll get yours fixed later. Writes down his login and hands it to me. At this point, I realize that he thinks I work here because I halfway know what I'm talking about. Since I have some political awareness, though, I also realize that calling him out in front of a colonel probably wouldn't be great for anyone involved. So I tell the colonel that I'm good to go and follow him back to his work area, which turned out to be the most rank-heavy area I'd ever seen. The lowest person I saw was a lieutenant colonel, and at least 2 generals, only 1 star, were hanging around while things got set up. I quickly install the certificate, make sure the colonel can connect to his account and access the programs he needs, then dip out. Back at IT Central, I managed to show back up right as the last person left the room, so only the desk sergeant was there. The request for our ports has been completed, and the NCOIC tells me to run it back, check that the ports are hot in the room, and then hurry back. Also, NCOIC, in the future have them send one of their own soldiers to file requests. We need everyone here. Me. I am one of their soldiers. In one of the most cartoonish moments I've ever seen, the NCOIC's head lifts up and blinks owlishly a few times as he processes what I just said. NCOIC, you aren't military term for IT attached to IT unit for training center? Me? No, I'm not even IT. I'm, my job this time, largely non-technology based, attached to my unit. They just have me run requests because I was IT in the civilian world. Almost a minute of silence. He stood up slowly, walked back, grabbed the first person he found and told them to watch the desk, then told me to walk him back to my unit. In the building of people rushing around, barking orders, and general mayhem, there was a complete quiet between us. At the unit, he has me check that the ports were turned on, not necessarily SIPR, NIPR, we need a laptop to check that, then had me get my supervisor. Then had my supervisor get our commanding officer. He then laid out the entire situation, that IT had been thrown together from multiple units out of people that could be spared for this exercise, and many were still showing up. That it was a madhouse over there, and that somehow someone had shown up who'd sounded like they knew what they were doing, got past the front desk, wandered around the secure area, then got an admin login password and had direct access to a colonel's secure laptop. As my supervisor's face wavers between amusement and horror, and my CO's face drops from amusement to a more stone-faced impassiveness, I just stood there, unsure if I was in trouble or not. Technically, I'd never tried to con anyone there, but I also hadn't shut it down. CO, so what do we do about this? NCOIC of IT. Well, anyone without a TS, top secret clearance, accessing those systems requires an immediate report to the post. Supervisor, cutting him off. Sparrow has a TS. NCOIC. IT. What? Why? Supervisor, his previous work/unit required it, and they stay active for a certain number of years. CO, so if it isn't a breach, then we're fine. NCOIC, then I need him to come back to work on IT. Supervisor, what? CO, what? Me. Sigh. NCOIC, he knows IT, he has a clearance, I can trust him to do at least basic things, which is something, until more people show up. Detach him for a few days, I'll put all your requests to the front of the queue when you need him, then you can send him back. My command considers loaning me out, steps aside, and discusses who can do the job I normally do. Comes back. CO, okay, we need to do the following things today, then he's all yours. Me. Sigh. NCOIC. Good. Turns to me. Finish that up, then report to IT. We have a lot of work to do. He did check that I actually had a TS and didn't just accept it on the word of my supervisor. Since we were in a secure facility, there was a list at the checkpoint of everyone allowed in and out of their clearances, so it was a fairly quick walk up there to have someone check the list, and then I was working in IT for the next few days. No, seriously, I do work here. So this happens a lot. Back when I was in high school, I worked during the summer at a beach condo place which had 4 big buildings with small condos. I was a deckhand and was young, so people always assumed I either didn't work there or that I couldn't do the work. I'm not incompetent. Plus, they would always gyp me on tips. Now I work at a big veterinarian hospital in New York City, and there are hundreds of workers, and I'm one of, if not the youngest worker there. And again, similar things occur. But this story is the best. I was in the waiting room for normal everyday patients, which is unusual for me. I'm usually either in anesthetics or rehab. But I was here today because we had a lot of appointments for vaccines since it's summer and people are going away and need their pets vaccinated. Mind you, I was wearing scrubs, but I was also holding a dog while I filled out his paperwork. The owners had called and said they would be here soon to pick him up. I was standing behind the counter but kinda to the side, so I wasn't in the way of other employees. Here's how this went. Me, obvious. K, Karen. OE, other employees. So Karen walks up to the counter and asks when her cat will be able to go to a room. I knew that a lot of my coworkers were scrambling around busy, so I stepped in. Me. Hello, ma'am. How may I help you? Karen. I don't need your help. Go sit with your dog. Me. Ma'am, this isn't my dog. The owners are coming to pick him up. I work here. I can help you since everyone else is very busy. OE comes over and takes the dog and papers from me since the owners arrived to take him home. That still wasn't enough. Karen. See, that employee took your dog to be examined. Me. No, they took the dog to his owner. Now, I can help you and see if we can get you a room. What's your cat's name, ma'am, and your last name? Now, mind you, I don't really work this area, so even if she is a regular, I wouldn't know. Karen. You should know that. Everyone greets me and my cat by name. You should know our names if you did work here. You're trying to pull one over on me. You're way too young to work here. Me. Miss, I don't usually work in this department, but they needed extra help today. I will gladly look up your information and see if there's a vacant room, and I will have a tech examine your cat. I just need to know your cat's name and your last name. I move to behind the counter where the computers are and look at her. I want a real employee. OE comes back and starts talking to Karen. She immediately changes her tune and is all smiley and happy and nice. But that wasn't the end. The cat needed a shot and was quite upset, so I had to come in and hold the cat. Boy, was she mad. You're an air marshal. This story is very short, but I thought I'd share because it made me giggle a little. I just flew home after a quick business event. I was in an aisle seat. There were 2 ladies sitting in the seats in front of me. They were maybe mid-50s. Most likely family because they were talking about Thanksgiving plans. The lady in front of me was so loud they probably heard those Thanksgiving plans all the way up in the cockpit. Across the aisle from them was a man probably in his 30s who was quite muscular. Shortly after the seatbelt sign came off, the muscular man got up to use the restroom, and the lady directly in front of me practically screamed to her companion, "I think that man's an air marshal. He just sat there during takeoff and was really paying attention to everything." To which the other lady just said, "Maybe." The funny part was about 10 minutes later when the air marshal got a drink, which happened to have alcohol in it, at which point the lady said, "Well, I guess he's not an air marshal." Her voice was just dripping with how offended she was the poor man chose a profession other than the one she picked out for him. I got a huge kick out of that. Completely reminded me of this sub, so I had to share. Hope you guys enjoyed the stories, and I'll see you soon.